18 electrons. Following the Opper principle, the electron occupying the partially filled 3p orbital 3p orbital should actually be completely filled, no? Kasi an ion, meaning it wants to have an extra electron. So ang electron na ang address na pupunta ni electron or your additional electron would be in your 3p, no? Um meaning na ang imong chlorine to your chloride is actually an ion na, no? So meaning you have an extra electron. So from 18 actually, from 2, 4, 6, so 10, 12, 17 to 18. Okay, so dapat 18 to dito. Okay, so chlorine to chloride, addition of electron to the 3p orbital. Okay, so actually, chloride ion, calcium 2 plus, and argon are isoelectronic, meaning they have the same electron configuration. Okay, so you can take note of that. Taking note that this should be 18 because you added another electron. Okay. Alright, so more on your electron configuration. Okay, electron configuration could be written in different forms. Now you have your condensed electron configuration, meaning your specific orbital are condensed, no, pack. Okay, expanded if you want your specific orbital to be seen, no, depending on their nature and 3D. So this could be X, Y, and Z. Okay. It can also be written as your noble gas core, no? So if you want a shortcut in writing your electron configuration, you can write it as your noble gas core. Okay, you add your noble gas, knowing that your noble gas electron configuration are fixed, no? And adding a subsequent electron configuration associated with your element. Okay, this could be your sodium plus. Okay, ay sodium. Okay, neutral. Okay, your valence electron naman configuration are actually easily calculated, no, or easily drawn if you know this existing equation. Okay, for an S block electron, your valence electron configuration or your electrons associated with chemical bonding would have the formula of ns1 minus 2, 1 to 2. Okay, depende sa element. Okay, if you are in the if you have a principal quantum number of 3, then it should be 3s1 to 2 electrons. Okay, similar to p, d, and f. Okay, so this should be it, no? So your SPDF, this is your electron valence electron configuration for your elements in the block of SPDF naman. Okay. Remember, valence electron configuration. Okay, valence lang, okay? Electron associated with chemical bonding. Okay, some electron configuration are actually not fixed, no? So, you have your exception, especially in D block, okay? Because of the half field stability and fully filled stability experienced by those electron in those orbitals, okay? Half field stability and fully filled orbitals are more stable because of their symmetrical distribution of electrons within the subshell, meaning it minimizes electron repulsion but maximizes exchange of energy, no? Leading to a more stable configuration compared to the partially filled um, orbital with an even electron distribution. Okay, so in nature prefers symmetry. Hence, half-filled stability and fully filled um, electron configuration are favored. Okay, so if your electron configuration has the ability to form half-filled or fully filled, then that configuration would be preferred over the other. Okay, for your for example, for your copper and silver. Okay, silver should be 5 2 5 2 and 4D. Okay, since since mas stable and fully filled electron configuration of your silver, then it would actually be more safer for this element to have a configuration of 5s and 4D. Okay, okay, similar to your copper and silver. Okay, there are other elements which are the case in this case. Sa condition metals mo, okay, madami kang daang half-filled stable and um, fully filled stable electron configuration. Okay, so this is important because if you want to ionize copper, then dapat dito ka kukuha sa 4s mo. Okay, alright. So write the electron configuration for the following species. You have your potassium, sulfur, and zinc ions. Okay, so I will give you time to write your electron configuration. You can have your periodic table open for this one. Okay, so your answer should be this one, this one, and this one. Okay, taking into account for the anion. Positive, meaning it gives, no? So mag-extract ka 1 electron. If anion, meaning it takes, no? So negative, so meaning you add 1 electron or 2 depending on the species you have. Okay. So trends and atomic properties. So we are done with the electron configuration. We are now starting with the trends and atomic properties. Okay, the main factors for your trends in your periodic table is actually associated with the principal quantum number or the main energy shell or your N. Okay, because it shows how big your atom is depending on the distance of your electron from your neutron, okay? Your main energy number, okay? You also have your effective nuclear charge. It's actually the charge experienced by your nuclear charge experienced by your electron interest as it pertain to the distance occupied from your electron to your neutrons, no? And protons, okay? So meaning, perfect analogy for this is actually a concert, na. If you are in VIP seat, mas maganda ang view mo, during the concert, no? So you have a strong nuclear interaction with the stage, but if you have a less fortunate seat, no, in the concert, then you have a weaker nuclear charge associated your nuclear with your attraction towards the nucleus, say here, no. So you are being screened by these people here, okay, because they are closer towards the neutron, no, or your nucleus. Okay, that is your effective nuclear charge. Okay, so the main factors in trends are actually your principal quantum number and your nuclear charge. Okay. Okay, the perfect analogy would be your concert analogy. Okay, so trends and atomic properties. Okay, the ZF. The ZF is actually calculated using your atomic number and your Slater rule. Okay. Okay, so Slater rules allow us to estimate the effective nuclear charge, or ZF, from the real number of protons in the nucleus and the effective shielding of electrons in the shell, okay, in each orbital shell. Okay, so as you move away from the nucleus, your ZF actually decreases, no? Kasi your attraction towards the nucleus is lessened, no? Or screened by the electrons in the upper level, okay? Okay, so on step one, in finding the Slater and using the Slater rule, okay, this is your Slater's value, no? So you write the configuration of the atom in the following form, okay? You group it according to their principal quantum number. If 1, so 1. 2, group is sa 2, okay? Sa principal quantum number ka titingin, okay? Okay. So identify the electron of interest and ignore all electrons in the higher group to the right if in the list from step 1. And this do not shield the electrons in the lower group, okay? So if you are here and you want to know your ZF to here, then you need to ignore all your electrons here na sa likod kasi hindi naman siya nakaka-screen sa imong ZF, no? Or nuclear charge attraction towards the nucleus because nandiyan na siya sa likod mo. You want to take into account the electrons associated in front of you, okay? So mainly your inner electrons. Okay, so Slater rules is broken down into two classes: the shielding experienced by S or P electrons, which has this specs values, and your shielding experienced by your N or D valence electrons. Okay, so which has these values. Okay, so this is more mas madali ito matutunan if we do it in practice. Okay, so let me show you the Slater rules calculation and values in shielding constant. Okay, so your shielding constant, there is, it could actually be calculated if you know the specific group or specific electron of interest. No? So if ang specific interest mo is 1s, then the other electrons in the atom would have a 0.30 value, and electrons having um, n minus 1 or lesser, so sabihin natin n minus 2 would have no value, and your shielding, no? Kasi nasa likod na sila. Okay? For your N, S, or NP group electrons, you would have a 0.35 value for electrons in the same group, no? And n minus 1 naman for electrons having a principal quantum number of n minus 1. Okay, so n minus 1, and this is for n minus 2. Similar for n, d, and f. Okay, sa n, d, and n, f, your electrons in the same group would have a 0.35 value. 1 naman for n minus 1, and n minus 2 would have 1. Okay, so anything less than n would have a value of 1. Okay, so that is the case for ND and NF. Okay, so more. So doing in practice, you could try the sample problem. What is the shielding constant experienced by a 2p electron and a nitrogen atom? Okay, so you use Slater's rule to find the shielding constant and subtract it to the atomic number to find your ZF. Okay, doing so, we should have this answer. Okay, our given element is nitrogen. Okay, and what is being asked is the shielding constant, or your S, for a 2p electron. Okay, for a 2p electron, first strategy I recommend is to write the electron configuration of your nitrogen, then group it appropriately. No, so use the appropriate Slater rule to calculate the shielding constant for the electron. So ang Slater rule na gagamitin for 2p is an NP. So bali, you use the table corresponding to the NP electron type. Okay. So for your 2p electron, your 1s electron has actually a value of 0.8, no? So amo na siya ang value for your shielding constant. And your 2s and 2p electron has a value of 0.35. Okay, so sinasabi sa problem na 1 lang, no? So a 2p electron, meaning this one electron here. Okay, so basically, if you are interested in one electron in the p orbital, meaning the other screening electron there is actually your 2s2 and 2p 2, no? So, bali, that's 4 electrons, okay? So, minus 1, this is 5, minus 1 is 4, hence 4, okay? So, you apply rule number 2, and you would get your shielding constant for your nitrogen. Okay? Similar to this one, you can try this sample problem and finding the in calculating the effective nuclear charge of an electron in the following orbitals. Okay, 1s in neodymium, 3d in iron, and 5s in strontium. Okay. The ZF should be 5.9, 59.70, 6.25, and 2.85. Okay, you can try this on your own to practice on your upcoming practice test. Okay, so you have your table for your values for your S, no? So you have three rules lang actually, 1, 2, and 3. Okay, so if you are given with a 3D electron, so meaning ang rule number 3 ang gagamitin mo. Okay, if you are given with a 5s electron, then rule number 2 ang gagamitin mo. Okay, for a 1s ang electron, then rule number 1 ang gagamitin mo. Okay, so more on that, you can try the 1s and D. Okay, so you should know the atomic number of neodymium. If I'm right, okay. I think this is neodymium naman, okay. The Slater number is actually 0.36 lang kasi 1s lang. Okay, so siya lang ang nagka-contribute to screening, okay. So 0.36, 60 minus 0.36 is